we're really looking forward to working with you. For Secretary of Labor, I nominated a good friend and a stand-up guy, Marty Walsh of Boston, son of Irish immigrants. From his only downside, they're not from Mayo, they're from Galway. From Galway, moved to Boston. Marty was born and raised in Dorchester. I know him, tough as nails. Diagnosed with cancer at age 7, beat it at age 11. Joined the Laborers Union, 223 at age 21. Elected to the state legislature, became union president, and graduated from college at age 42. He's now in his second term as a successful mayor of the iconic American city of Boston, who always puts working people first, fighting for a $15 minimum wage, paid family leave, providing frontline workers with emergency child care and protective equipment they need. Marty understands, like I do, that the middle class built this country, and unions built the middle class. He sees how union workers have been holding this country together during this crisis. Healthcare workers, keeping our hospitals safe, clean, and effective, and efficient, I might add. Public service workers, fighting against budget shortfalls to keep communities afloat. Port workers, car haulers, warehouse workers, folks keeping our air and rail systems running. They're literally what's keeping us going. And they deserve a Secretary of Labor who knows how to build their power as workers, who knows that when I say our future will be made in America, it will be a future built by American workers, a future with historic investments in infrastructure, clean energy, manufacturing, and so much more that's going to create millions of good-paying jobs. Marty knows worker power means not just protecting the right to unionize, but encouraging unionization and collective bargaining. The Fair Labor Standards Act, way back, didn't just say you can have unions. It said the government should encourage the formation of unions. It also means protecting pensions, ensuring workers' safety, increasing the minimum wage, ensuring workers are paid for the overtime they've earned, like we fought for in the Obama-Biden administration, but this administration has weakened. Making sure that we have a trade policy where for every decision we make, unions are at the table, focused on winning good jobs for American workers. This is one of the most important departments to me. I trust Mayor Walsh, and I'm honored he accepted. But I also want to say I did give serious consideration on nominating my friend Bernie Sanders to this position before. I'm confident he could have done a fantastic job. I can think of no more passionate, devoted ally to working people in this country. But after Tuesday's results in Georgia, giving Democratic control to the United States Senate and a tie vote, Bernie and I agreed. As a matter of fact, Bernie said we can't put control of the Senate at risk on the outcome of a special election in Vermont. And he agreed we couldn't take that chance. We also discussed how we'd work together, travel the country together, helping Marty, meeting with working men and women who feel forgotten and left behind in this economy. We agreed that we'll work closely on our shared agenda of increasing worker power and to protect the dignity of work for all working people. I want to thank Bernie for his continued friendship and leadership. I look forward to us working together along with Marty, and he thinks I made a good choice. For Administrator of the Small Business Administration, I nominate Isabel Guzman. Isabel grew up in California, working alongside her dad in a small veterinary business that he built. She devoted an early understanding and developed an early understanding of what small business means to their employees and to the neighborhood they support and to the families whose dreams they represent. She dedicated her career to creating jobs, to supporting entrepreneurs as a senior official on the Obama-Biden Small Business Administration. As director of California's Office of Small Business and a small business advocate, she worked tirelessly to ensure that everyone with an entrepreneurial spark had a fair and equal shot at getting off the ground and succeeding. The Biden-Harris administration will be locked in on helping small businesses recover, rebuild, and remain the engines of our economic strength. And as head of the SBA, Isabel will be leading a critical mission, not only to rescue small business in crisis, but to provide the capital to entrepreneurs across the country so they can innovate, create jobs, and help lead us into recovery. I'm grateful that she accepted the call to serve in Washington. For Deputy Commerce Secretary, I nominate, and I have to admit to you, a good, loyal, and great friend, Don Graves. Don is a long-time and trusted advisor. He was there at the Treasury Department during the depths of the Great Recession, helping small businesses weather the storm and stay afloat. When President Obama asked me to lead the effort to get Detroit out of bankruptcy and off its back and on its feet again, he said I could take anyone in the administration on my team to do it full time. So I went to the Treasury Department. I tasked Don to come over and work for me and work on it full time. It was the best decision I ever made in that effort. I'm not sure how he thinks about that, but I think it was the best decision I've ever made. And did a great job working with the city officials, state officials, on its road to recovery. And by the way, it's the little things. It's getting to know what's happening on the ground. Remember how we went through the issue about the number of buses and lights, street lights and the like. It gets down to the nitty-gritty of what has to be done. We found out that Detroit had a lot of qualified people, but during the Great Recession, almost everyone who knew how to program anything left. So when we finally got it back on its feet again, we found out there wasn't anybody left to know how to turn on the street lights, literally, run the sewer department. So we went out and we got an outfit to come in, and we said, find us some high-tech people. They came back, what was it, 53, 55 people. They all happened to be women. Most were minority. None had more than a high school degree, and a quarter of them only had a GED. And I remember even our very liberal friends, we told them we were doing this, they said, oh, I'm not going to do this. Well, guess what? In a 14-week program, they were taught how to program. They were taught how to do it all. They ended up putting the city back on its feet. Every one of them left after that time because we went to the graduation. The lowest starting salary, if my recollection is correct, was $49,000. The highest, $104,000. Point is, give people a chance. Americans can do anything given a shot. It also helped me lead our national strategy to equip workers with the skills they need for good-paying jobs in the 21st century in healthcare, IT, clean energy, advanced manufacturing, and so much more. He was there to help me launch the National Cancer Moonshot and marshal the full resources of the federal government to help end cancer as we know it. A cancer survivor himself, diagnosed and treated while he was working on this for me. Don knows about hope and he knows about resilience. And I'm grateful to him and his wonderful family for once again answering the call to serve. I want to thank you all. Thank your families. And I don't want to embarrass him, but there's one guy up in the gallery here, Tommy, who's my buddy, who is the son of the governor. Thanks, Tommy, for supporting Mom doing this. And to American people, I know these times are tough, but I want you to know that we're going to get through this. Help is on the way. These people know what they're about. They know what it's like. So may God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Now what I'd like to do is turn this over to the team, starting with our next Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh. And after all is said and done, what I'll do is I'll come back and answer some questions. Thank you. Marty, the platform's yours, pal.